Hey everyone, this is Zach Attack Reviews. I'm Zach. Thank you for joining me as I break down the good and the bad of Stranger Things Season 4. I'm super excited to talk about this and talk about Volume 1. Let's get right into what the premise is. It's been 6 months since the Battle of Starcourt, and Harper is now in Russia, captured and trying to fight for his life and find a way to get out while he's fighting against prisoners, guards, and other supernatural things. While back in Hawkins, a new threat emerges that's killing teens randomly, and it's like a serial killer from the upside down that's connected to everything. The Duffer Brothers have leveled up in every single way this season. The level of immersion, the cinematic feel, how well written everything feels between like the storylines and the script and the dialogue. The action sequences in this season are much better and much more than it was in the past, which breaks up some of the teen angst, some of the crazy supernatural stuff, and it's really well choreographed as well. The season feels darker, more mature, and the ages of the actors reflect that now that all these actors have been around in other films and are much older. The acting is not as cringy as was like in the first season when they were little kids. They're much better at delivering lines and doing the interactions where it doesn't feel like a kiddie show anymore. It feels much more mature, like it's growing up with us, which was really great. And the music here is really, really solid. The Stranger Things always has great music, especially the opening theme and tension building music. And it's not better than any season, but it's definitely top tier. Like of all the 4 seasons, it's still right where all the other 3 seasons were. In terms of production, in terms of acting, in terms of the way the show looks, the music, everything, this is everything you love about Stranger Things, but times 5. Everything's elevated in a really, really, really great way. And I believe the acting is so much better in this season. Now that, like I said before, all the kids are much older, we get a lot better interactions, a lot better nuance than we did before. The kids are still shouting at each other and making rash decisions, but there's still time for things to breathe because these episodes are over an hour. So we get time with some of the characters alone to really be introspective and reveal things about themselves. And where the little things that used to annoy me in season 1 where characters wouldn't talk to each other, you see that they've learned from their past mistakes, because the way the show was structured was always the adults are dealing with one thing, young adults are dealing with one thing, and the little kids were dealing with stuff, and they were never talking to each other purposely. In this season, it is a lot better written. Now that the little kids are teenagers and in high school, the young adults who are going away to college are now communicating with them, and it's easier for them to mesh together because they don't know each other as much, and it doesn't feel like they're hiding things from each other. They're working together because they understand the extent of the problem, and the things that are separating them is outside forces because the cast is much bigger, and everybody in the cast that they've added is really, really good. But the standout is Sadie Sink. She just doing a great job in this first 7 episodes. Millie Bobby Brown, always amazing, and she's amazing here again. She's asked to do a lot and she does it very well. And Joseph Quinn, a newcomer who plays the new character Eddie Munson, who he has like the charisma of Robert Downey Jr. He even kind of looks like him a little bit. He reminds me so much of him, and he does a great job in this show as well as one of the standouts in terms of character work. And while those characters are highlights, all the newcomers do a great job building out all the worlds in terms of everything that's going on in the high school now that they're in high school, everything that's going on Hawkins, everything that's going on Earth, the upside down. There's so many layers to the world now, and so much lore and so much crisscross and things that weren't revealed before that I felt like we never really got answers in the first 3 seasons. We're finally starting to get concrete answers to a lot of things, and it's done really well. The story is the best it's ever been. Like I said, they've gone away with the structure where everybody is doing their own thing. They're not talking for some reason, not understanding the dire situation. Everybody is telling the truth for the most part and interacting and trying to get things done, and there's outside forces that are separating them. And the villain this season is the best villain that we've got. It's like a Freddy Krueger like villain that attacks you with your worst nightmares and takes your eyes out. In some of the most brutal death scenes that we've had in Stranger Things, the way he takes out people. He's a very scary, demented looking villain that is very mysterious, but then when the more that's revealed, the more that's peeled away, makes him very, very, very interesting to watch on screen. I really enjoyed the villain that they had here. That's someone that can actually talk and emote and interact in a way that the Mind Flayer and the other demons that we've had to deal with can't. Leading up to the series, Netflix, the cast, the directors bragged about and talked about how long all the episodes were. We even got a little schedule of all the episodes and how long each of them were. And I think that some of the episodes are overstuffed. Some of these episodes are clocking in at an hour, 20 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. And sometimes I was 30 minutes into the episode and I was like, oh, I probably don't have that much left. And then I look and I have like 45 minutes left. I'm like, whoa. And I do appreciate all the detail and the time taken, but sometimes some episodes felt a little long, especially like in the middle of the season, where things kind of slow down a bit. But I do, it's not a detrimental thing. I do appreciate them doing that. But for other people, that it might feel like, okay, let's get to what we're doing. This is being stretched out. This is easily the best season of Stranger Things that we've gotten so far, with them elevating everything that we loved before and also elevating all the technical details. The camera work by the Duffer Brothers is fantastic. There's no scene that's super static. He's always moving in an interesting way, showing you things in different ways that he could have just sat the camera down there and was like, pay attention to this scene because these actors are acting and doing a good job. But he finds a way to also make it visually pleasing and understanding. There's so much great going on in the show so far, and bar a disastrous last 2 episodes, because this is season 4, volume 1. We got the first 7 episodes, and then we're gonna get a volume 2 with the last 2 that clocks in at like 4 hours when you combine them. Barring those episodes being a disaster, I don't see how this season is not gonna be seen as one of the best things Netflix has ever put out. And with that said, I'm gonna give it an A. What do you guys think of volume 1 of Stranger Things season 4? Drop your thoughts down below and let me know. And is there anything you didn't understand? I thought everything was pretty straightforward. Did you like the twist that happens towards the end of the season? Hit that notification bell, subscribe, hit the like button, and so you can be notified of all my reviews, reactions, and ranking lists, and you can watch more of my content right now.